Hello, everybody. I'm back, and it's nighttime, and it's time to figure out what the heck we're gonna eat for dinner. And I found this amazing looking recipe, and it's called herb couscous and almond stuffed eggplant. Check it out. Tell me that don't make your mouth water. So, here's what we're gonna do. I am the queen of I want to make it, but I ain't got everything that it told me to have. And I'm not going to the store to buy some stuff that I might not never use again. So we're going to do a little bit of improvising, see what happens. So, first things first. It's the first time I ever made this. We're going to follow these guides and we're going to sub in what we need to sub in and see what happens. So, first things first, preheat your grill. I live in New York State. It is winter time, cold as ever, does not even begin to describe. There's no way in the world I was really gonna turn the grill on. I don't have like a cast iron grill, so I'm gonna put this in the oven, and instead of putting it in a pan, I'm gonna put it directly on the racks, but just on some aluminum foil so we don't get any burning or sticking. I have an avocado. I'm hungry. I'm telling y'all. I got an eggplant right here, and it's medium small, I would say, and it's starting to go. So we is not about to let no vegetables go to waste. This thing says to cut it right in half. So first step, preheat oven to medium high. Second step, they must have thought that I had just a jar full of couscous and was going to do it the way they wanted me to. It says combine 2/3 a cup of water, couscous, and 1/8 a teaspoon of salt in a small saucepan. Bring to a boil, overheat, remove from heat, cover, set aside. I had, where's my box? Just a plain generic couscous. There is nothing else in this. I already made this entire box. So what I am going to do is simply portion it out when I'm ready to stuff. So we're pretty much done with step 2. Boom. I'm a step ahead of the game. 3, half your eggplant through the stem. Brush the cut sides with 2 tablespoons of oil. Sprinkle with salt and pepper. Grill. Flip halfway until charred and tender. 10 to 12 minutes. Let cool for 5. So that's what we're going to do right this second. I am only going to do half. I'm really not sure that anybody in my house will eat this with me. However, I really have been thinking about eggplant parmesan and how I can get that done. But I think I'm going to have to make my own breadcrumbs or either go to the grocery store and be lazy. So when I figure that part out, I'm going to use the other half of this. And it's going to have to be like in the next day, because if this eggplant go bad, I might just cry. So there we go with that. I'm using some extra virgin olive oil that I got. I'm just going to pour that on there like so. Like that. That's what I just said in my head. I'll be hearing Tabitha Brown speaking to me every time I make a vegan meal. And then some salt and pepper. So, pepper. And salt. I know they gave me measurements. I ain't worried about their measurements. I'm just gonna eyeball the work. I'm gonna rub it in. I think this could use a little bit more oil. Eggplants are super porous. They will soak up whatever you do with them. And if you can hear my loud family in the background, don't pay them no mind. This is my life, okay? So, this is gonna go in the oven. And roast. Now, hey Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes. Now, while that's doing that, it says for me to mash garlic with the remaining 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt on a cutting board with a fork. I didn't even show y'all my eggplant. I'm sorry. I'm gonna show it to you when it come out. No worries. Okay. So we need to mash up this garlic. I did a little bit of an extra step early, and I cut my garlic in half, put a little bit of oil on it, and put it in the oven. And so now I have this really pretty roasted garlic, and it's extra soft when you do it like this. See how it just squish up? So I'm going to use that as opposed to just fresh garlic. And it's going to be so good. I do love me some garlic. And I'm actually using a tiny bit more than just 1 clove, only because this is, some of them are smaller than others. And since they were halves, I just combined up some halves. So we're going to chop this up like this and make it real small. It smells so good. If you never roasted up some garlic and you work with fresh garlic a lot, you should, because it's amazing. I've seen it on Food Network a million times. I always thought it was good. I love me some garlic. And a lot of times I just have garlic powder or garlic salt sometimes. But the fresh garlic is amazing and it makes a huge difference. Now, what are we doing with that? Putting it with some salt. And then combining it with mayonnaise, and they have harissa paste. I had to look up what harissa even was. I've never heard of that before in my life, and apparently it is like a chili pepper paste. That's my son, and I don't have that, and I wouldn't even know where to buy it. So what I do have is a tomato. Because, I mean, paste, not tomato paste, right? I have covered this in red chili flakes and black pepper. And I'm going to smash this down and hope that it gives me that vibe. And then, because I'm making this vegan, I had to use vegan mayo as opposed to my regular mayonnaise. I'm going to mix that all together, and then I'm going to come right back when the eggplant comes out, because that's how we get to our next step. All right, y'all, I'm back like I never left. My eggplant came out. I took a pic for y'all. Very simple. Getting the insides out of it was not that simple, but got that out, chopped it up. So, before we left, I was making the sauce. Here's my sauce. It actually looks pretty yummy, and it tastes pretty nice too, honestly. Now, I chopped up the insides of the eggplant. I took plain Parmesan, and I did not have parsley. They asked for parsley, but I did have cilantro, and I love the taste of cilantro. So here's my mix. Eggplant, cilantro, parm. I'm just gonna mix this up all together, and they didn't say to do this, so you do what you choose, and I'm gonna do what I choose because I know what I like. I like what I like, and you like what you like, and I like it. So I'm gonna pour lemon juice all on the top of this. That flavor goes really well with cilantro. It goes really nice with couscous, and I just feel like you can't go wrong with a little bit of citrus. That's my sauce. So I'm gonna mix this in. All together now, all together now. Mix it all together now, all together now. Okay.
Anyway, Mom, why do you always do
So
these?
they had you carve it out and leave. Now, they said to leave like a nice thick wall, but like I said, getting the insides out of this eggplant was not easy. So here is what my eggplant looks like when it's all said and done. I'm going to sit it in a nice bowl so that it still has some kind of shape to it. And I actually did, just so y'all know, end up roasting the other half because it smelled so good. And as I was tasting everything separately, it was delicious. And I said to myself, this is as good as I think it's going to be. I'm probably going to want that other half. So I'm just going to need to buy a new eggplant to make my eggplant parm. We'll do that another night. Okay, so now everything's all mixed up. That looks good, right? That looks good. I'm going to put this back inside this eggplant skin. Completely unnecessary, but very pretty for presentation. And we're just going to fill it up, fill it up.
Well, you're taking all of that and putting it in there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Can they like see the background?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So here is my filled eggplant. Look, it looked pretty similar, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. So now I'm gonna add the sauce on top. Now I will say I went through the directions again, and that harissa seasoning or paste or whatever, they said that you could either do 2 teaspoons of the paste, or you could do a half a teaspoon of just the seasoning. So I honestly might have been able to get away with just doing like red pepper flakes in place of the seasoning, because I think it's just for that spice. But when I smashed up that tomato, it tasted nice. And I personally do like tomato. And like I said, I don't think you can go wrong with a little bit of citrus. So I am going to take this. Yeah, I'll do it. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to take this up and pour it over. Pour it over. Salvation and glory. This thing is pretty, y'all. And now, final product. I'm excited. Let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try.
I get some.
And let's give it a try. So good.
That is yummy. Mmm. And that
Can I taste
spice in the background
the spicy?
is really what make all the difference. Like, eggplant is kind of bland. And I'm glad I added that lemon too, because that lemon gave it a kick that I don't think it would have had. I'm about to sit down and finish this. That's good. I hope y'all try it. I hope y'all like it. And if not, so many other recipes in the world. We'll try something else together. You try some stuff to help me about it, and I'll try it too.
Mom, do some
Y'all have a good night. Gonna go hang out with the fam.
Mom, do some